What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson. Yes, Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury, of course, we know the latest report of Tyson Fury. He was at a luxury car lot checking out cars. I don't know, to buy or to rent or whatever. But we noticed that he did not have any PPE, no mask, no gloves, no face mask, none of that. He was solo dolo. He was chilling, flip-flops, looking like he was at the beach, honestly. And the question I had was, okay, well, how close in proximity was he with other people? Because, of course, we know that's really one of the last parts of defense is social distancing, right? Especially when it comes to the COVID-19, which he tested positive for, right? And this picture here, as you can see, shows him posing with a fan, a gal decked out at the casino. He could be at the, Mandalay Bay or wherever he was at. He was inside a casino, but if you notice, you take a look at the date, July 14th, 2021. Okay, that was yesterday. Now, that means that he's hugged up side by side with this guy. They both got their fist out. They're striking the pose of the classic boxer pose. And this tells you that Tyson Fury's not really concerned with either he has it and he's giving it to people, which would suck, right? Or he doesn't have it and he ducked this fight. Either one. Either way you slice it or dice it is bad, okay? Because if he was lying about it and it was just a smoke screen to get out of the fight, to buy him more time, okay, it is what it is. But then you ask yourself, why did he get out of the fight if he was so convinced that he was going to beat Wilder, this time again? That's the question you ask yourself. Like, what was it about his camp didn't ensure him that they had enough ample time for a fight like Deontay Wilder? Okay, that's the question you ask yourself. Okay, or he had COVID-19 and he's spreading it to people, which is probably worse, I would think. Ducking a fighter is one thing, but putting someone's life in danger, right, is a totally different ball game. Okay, that's a whole different ballpark. Okay, when you're doing that type of stuff, because he's posted and I know people are gonna come up to him, but he shouldn't warn them like, hey, I tested positive for COVID. You know what I mean? Hey, let's do a social distance pose. You know what I mean? Him over here and him over there, or whatever. Do something like that. Don't be hugged up with the guy, especially if you tested positive for COVID-19, because you don't know how it affects others, because everybody is different. Or should I say everybody's body is different, okay? And how their immune system deals with certain things and what have you. And, we're seeing these reports. And the one thing that sticks out at me is this whole thing is, who is still too quiet? Team Wilder. Okay, hey, you have Tyson Fury dead to rights, with all type of funny business, with all type of, hey, I'm sick, but I'm out in public. Hey, my crew, my camp is sick, but my camp's out in public. Joseph Parker. Then they snatched that down and all that, or it disappeared or whatever, right? Walked off, But you have all these things, and then Team Wilder is quiet. And it just lets you know, like, okay, well, hey, if you have someone dead to rights, this is the time to bust it wide open with your own statements, with your own opinion, with your own counterpunch, and I think that's what bothers me, okay? Because a lot of people are not thinking, okay? We've seen this man in front of a luxury car lot, one. That's not one, that's two. Joseph Parker at a UFC event, and he's part of the team. 10 people supposed to have got popped positive, but ended up positive for COVID-19, right? So that's 10 people. And Joseph Parker is I don't know, he was supposed to have been one of those 10. Okay, because that's what the reports say. Okay, we're going on what the sources and the reports say from the sources. And they say that Joseph Parker was one of those people. Okay, we seen him out and about at the UFC event with a man purse, with a big grin, right? He might have had a drink or two, who knows, right? But he's out and about. Second, we see Tyson Fury at the car lot. That's the second one, right? Now, third, we see Tyson Fury pose with a guest. But what don't we hear? We don't hear anything from Team Wilder. That's my problem. See, a lot of people, like I said, they're not thinking. See, yes, you have certain channels that are blowing this out of the water, and then certain channels are not touching it at all. But who ain't saying anything about it is Team Wilder, because that's the guy that he's supposed to fight. That's where my problem comes in, and let me counterpunch. First off, there's nothing wrong with someone saying that, or doing you wrong, and you're calling them out on their BS. Nothing wrong with that. The only problem I have with that is you had everything to say about Tyson Fury before seeing this man, right? And yes, I'm going to go there. You said nothing why he was there, but you're still saying nothing because of this event. And this should, and I know everybody's tying it all together. Like, okay, well, hey, don't you see the man lied? If he's lied about the COVID, he could lie about cheating. He could be lying 5 years ago and all that. Okay, I get it. I get it. But the silence from Wilder, yeah, you're in focus mode. But then this is a time you should be talking, because this would or should depend, based on what other people's reports are or opinions are. Ain't this a way that you could see him trying to get out of the fight, or is it you guys just talking up the idea of that, or you guys are all in cahoots that this fight is postponed? Counterpunch. I think you guys missed it. If you didn't miss it, here's the thing. You don't hear anything from Team Wilder. When that report came out and they interviewed Malik Scott, ES News interviewed Malik Scott, and Malik Scott was like, no, we ain't, I don't think no way about it. It ain't worried. We just training. So I'm like, okay, you're just commenced training. I get it. You're still focused. I get it too. But then it's like there was no outrage or disappointment from that date change from either side, especially from Wilder's side. Think about what I'm saying. See, before someone jumps on the bandwagon, understand what bandwagon your ass is jumping on first. And really look at how these bandwagons are driving down the damn road. Think about what I'm saying. Where have you seen Wilder show his disgust? Yeah, he said, yeah, he's beside himself, this, that, and the other, but he could have took to social media and called Tyson Fury some type of bitch or hoe or something, right? And you haven't heard that. Maybe he's just busy training, but then again, maybe, just maybe, people, they're both in agreement of postponing the fight. I could be wrong, but it's just a theory, okay? Because, and I'm going with that theory, and I'm mentioning that theory, let's put it that way, because we haven't seen enough resistance or disappointment or the energy of the disappointment from Team Wilder. We ain't heard them say shit barely. I heard Telly Swift talk about a donation and helping other people, talking about something totally different. Yeah, he was bummed out about it. Okay, yeah, this is... No, I mean, it should be more like, hey, this dude trying to get out of this fight. Fuck him. He's a liar. He's a cheat. I know he was this way. That's why I be trying to tell you guys this, that, and the other. He's trying to get out of this fight. Rev it up. And then that would be honestly the way to sell the fight. Maybe Wilder's not buying into that. Maybe he's not. Maybe he is just focused on kill. Death. Off with his head. Right? But it just seems strange to me, and I want to add that element in there to make people think. So I don't make videos to just jump on bandwagons, to just jump down people. I want people to think about what could possibly be going on. Maybe these guys are both in cahoots or in agreement with the date change for whatever reason. But I would say Wilder was ready before Fury based on the training camp, because Wilder looked like he was on the up and up. He did. However, don't be surprised, people, if this was a mutual postponement. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury out in the open, actively spreading the rarest form of COVID-19 to man. Tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.